बिहारी जय वरधारी जय यशोदानंदन यशोदानंदन विजन रंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा
Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
जय विष्णुपाद हंस पर का श्रीमद् अवैतनाथ भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रीपाद महाराज की जय वैष्णव की जय वंदे हरि हरि बोल. So we like to welcome all of you in this Bhagavad Gita class. So many days we are not able to continue it. So anyone remember what we have discussed in last class?
42 shloka.
42. 42 shloka we have discussed.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So today we will discuss 43.
Yes, Prabhuji.
40. Okay. So we will first do Mangalacharan, then we will recite the shloka. So we will start Mangalacharan. Om Ajnantimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shivishakhanitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanasuti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva Eko Mantraha Tasya Namani Yani कर्मापेकं दशदेवस्य सेवा कर्मापेकं दशदेवस्य सेवा हरे कृष्ण so we recite shloka उत्सन्नकुल धर्माणां मनुष्याणां जनार्दना
मनुष्याणां जनार्दन
नियतं वासो
नरके नियतं वासो
भवतीत्यानुशुश्रुमा
भवतीत्यानुष्ठुष्म
उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां
सन्नकुलधर्माणां
मनुष्याणां जनार्दन
मनुष्याणां जनार्दन
नरके नियतं वासो
नरके नियतं वासो
भवतीत्यनुशुश्रुमा
भवतीत्यनुष्ठुष्म
So anyone of you want to recite?
उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां
उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां
मनुष्याणां जनार्दन नरके नियतं वासो भवति
अनुशुश्रम
Anyone else want to recite?
उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां
उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां
धर्माणां
मनुष्याणां जनार्दन
मनुष्याणां जनार्दन
नरके नियतं वासो
नरके नियतं वासो
भवतीति अनुशुश्रुमा
भवतीत्यनुशुश्रुमा Word to word meaning, translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Prabhupada ki jai. Word to word meaning. You can repeat Utsanna spoiled.
उत्सन्न spoiled
Kula dharmanam
कुल धर्माणाम
of those who have the family tradition.
of those who have the family traditions
Mishyanam
मनुष्याणाम
of such men.
of such men
Janardan
जनार्दन
of Krishna.
of Krishna
Narake
नरके
in hell.
in hell
Nityam
नित्यं
always. Vasaha residence. Bhavatitya bhavati it so becomes.
so becomes
Iti
iti
thus.
thus
Uma
अनुसुश्रुमा
I have heard by disciplic succession.
I have heard by disciplic succession.
Translation. O Krishna,
O Krishna,
maintainer of people.
maintainer of the people.
I have heard by disciplic succession
I have heard by disciplic succession
that those whose family traditions
that those
those family traditions
are destroyed
are destroyed
dwell always in hell.
dwell
dwell always in hell.
Purport.
Dwell always in
So listen carefully. Purport by Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Arjuna bases his argument not on his own personal experience, but on what he has heard from the authorities. That is way of receiving real knowledge. One cannot reach the real point of factual knowledge without being helped by the right person who is already established in that knowledge. There is a system in the Varnashram institution by which before death one has to undergo the process of atonement for his sinful activities. One who is always engaged in sinful activities must utilize the process of atonement called prayashchit. Without doing so, one surely will be transferred to hellish planets to undergo miserable lives as a result of sinful activities. So we have done Mangalacharan already. So in today's verse, it is a series of verses in which the negative effects of destroying the family tradition is described. So in today's verse, Arjuna, giving reference of his knowledge, is saying that I have heard from authorities that who destroy the family tradition is sure to live in hell. Previously, in few verses, Arjuna explained the series that if the old people, the old generation, will be killed, then there will no one will remain to guide us about the family traditions. So that's why gradually all the family traditions will stop. So we should stop this fighting. Arjuna actually giving the reasons not to fight this Kurukshetra war. The battlefield of Kurukshetra is actually uh, destined and is planned by Lord Krishna. He has many varieties of uh, things Krishna want to do by this war. This Mahabharat Kurukshetra battlefield of Kurukshetra is chosen for this fight. And by this fight, Krishna want to do many things. Actually, Krishna is the supreme cause of everything. And this full Mahabharata is planned by Krishna. As we have discussed previously, that main thing Krishna want to give to us and our future generations is this Bhagavad Gita, knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's why he make this plan of Mahabharata. Second thing, he want to destroy all the unwanted burden from the earthly planet. The kings, many kings, they are not actually following the principle of religions, and they are increasing their power, increasing their uh, strength in the form of army, military strength. So they are actually becoming a burden on this earth planet. That's why, as given in detail in Shrimad Bhagavatam, earth, the prime deity of earth or the governing person of earthly planet, there are different demigods in charge of different activities of this universal government. So this earth which we are seeing now is actually the outer body of that person. The earth planet, the physical body is, we are seeing actually physical body, but the in charge of this earthly planet is Bhudevi, Mother Earth. That's why it's called Mother Earth, because the in charge of this earthly planet is Bhudevi, and that Bhudevi go to Lord Brahma. Brahma is the whole soul in charge of this universe, and above Brahma is Lord Shiva, and above Lord Shiva and Brahma is Lord Vishnu, who lay down in Shrodaksai ocean, Shrodak ocean, the ocean of milk. And Lord Brahma says that I cannot do anything. So all the demigod with Mother Earth, they go to the bank of Shrodak ocean. and they pray to Lord, and then Lord give message through Brahma to all the demigod that soon I will appear in this earth as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, and I will remove all the burden on the from the earth. So one aim of Krishna behind this fight is to release the burden in form of all the kings and their military strength from this earthly planet. That's why Krishna arranged this Mahabharata. But Arjuna, after seeing his relative in uh, opposite side, and after seeing the consequence of this fighting, that if we are going to win, because Krishna is in our side, then all these relatives, our grandfather, father-like persons, maternal uncle, uncles, brothers, cousins, many relatives he has seen. So he is overwhelmed by his family relation, and now he is giving many reasons to stop this fighting. So one reason he is explaining in from 3 or 4 verses is after killing the important person from the family tradition will be destroyed. And if family tradition is destroyed, then what will happen? Dharmo abhi bhavat Krishna. The religious principle will decline and irreligious practice will start in our family. So when the irreligious practice will dominate, then what will happen? Pradushanti kulastriyaha, especially the women in the family will be polluted, because there will no person will remain to protect them or to guide them about the family traditions. After pollution of women, their progeny, their sons, they create unwanted progeny for the persons. Sankaro naraka eva kulagnana kulasya. The population will create which is actually not fit to take part in varnashram system. They are not qualified to take part because they uh, will take birth from polluted mother and father. That's why they are called Sankara. Mixture. If a child is born from some father or mother, then they should be the child's body, his sanskar, his attitude. It will get from the child get all the things from father and mother, and if father and mother is not proper, then the child will also be improper. So he is actually not fit to understand the religious principles, because first teacher is father and mother. So Arjuna is saying that after destruction of this family tradition, the progeny and the population will be inclined in, they are more inclined to irreligious practice. Like in present time we are seeing, all the persons they are more interested in religious practices, and for that they have no argument. They argue to follow the good principles or good things, but there is no argument in following the unwanted things or the things which are actually self-destructive. They easily follow those things without any question. But if some good thing is taught to them, they argue. Wow, what is the need to follow? What is the need to accept the Supreme Lord or accept the principles of religion? We can do whatever we want, but they have no argument about the bad habits or other unwanted things. So the Arjuna as doubt was that after this battlefield of Kurukshetra, there is no one to guide the persons in family about the religious practices. So this will create a great disturbance in society. But now actually this is happening. So in verse number 43, Arjuna is saying that I will be the cause of this destruction of family tradition. Because if I stop fighting, then this fight will not be there, and the family tradition will not be destroyed. So he is saying that I have heard that if someone will be cause of this destruction of family tradition, then he will also go to hell. So you are saying me to fight, but if I will fight, then I will go to hell. And I am not saying whimsically. I have heard from the great acharyas. Bhavati Anususruma. I have heard from the disciplic succession that the person who is the cause of destruction of this family tradition will live always in hell. So Prabhupada in purport is giving this, is focusing on this point actually. His main focus is on two things in purport. First is that we should not speak anything we like. We should speak with responsibility. We should be responsible what we are speaking. So we should think well before speaking anything. Whatever we in today's time, many people say many things, but they change their statement. They change statement within few minutes or within few days. But the gentleman or good person, he should speak responsibly. So sometime or most of the time, the speech will create a great disturbance in lives of many persons. Our relatives, our friends, our family will be disturbed by our some statements. Like you are hearing this class, but if I speak some nonsensical things, then immediately you will leave. Because you have no expectation about this. If someone speak anything, then he will create great disturbance in the mind of their listeners, their friends, their family. And in present time, the main reason is people are not actually trained in speaking. Previously, or in today's time also, they are given training in professional speaking, how to behave in office, how to speak with their colleagues, their boss, their customers. But this is actually artificial. They try to speak very politely, in a very gentle manner, but when they come to home or when they mix with their friends, they naturally speak nonsensical things. But we should practice in our life to speak with a great responsibility, because whatever we speak will create a great impression about our personality and about the situation or whatever we are speaking. It will create many type of effects. It will calm down the mind of others if we speak gently, and it will disturb the mind of others also. Krishna give the austerity of tongue, austerity of speech. In 17th chapter, he said that anudvek karam vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayat. He used four things. Anudvek karam. One should speak like in such a way that it did not agitate the mind of others. Anudveg. It will not give udveg to others. And satyam. Satyam, it will be truth. And satyam priyam. After hearing the statement, one should like the speech, and hitam. It should be beneficial for that person also. So, how can we be able to do the austerity of speech? Krishna said in second line, Swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva vangmaya tapochyate. For that we should do swadhyaya. We should read scriptures because in Vedic scripture there are many dialogues. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna and Arjun Samvad. Krishna Arjun, they are talking with each other, and in their talk we can understand how to ask question, how to give answer, how polite we should be in speaking. In Bhagavatam, there are many dialogues between Sut Goswami and the sages of Naimisaranya, Sukdev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, Narad Muni, Dhruv Maharaj, Narad Muni, Prahlad Maharaj and Lord Narsingh Dev. There are many dialogues. So in Vedic scriptures, if we read Vedic scriptures, then we can understand how we should speak. So Prabhupada is saying that we should speak whatever is explained in the scriptures. We should not whimsically tell anything. We should give reference from Vedic scriptures, because Vedic scriptures is free from all type of faults. All the four. So, in Vedic scriptures, there are many varieties of dialogues are given, and how to speak with our enemies, how to speak with our friends, how to speak with our relatives, how to speak with our family members, how to speak with Lord, how to speak with devotees. This is explained in Vedic scriptures by various type of stories, various type of dialogues. So we should give reference from the scriptures. We should not speak anything whimsically. We should, whatever we are speaking, we should give reference for that. So one point Prabhupada is stressing in this purport is that. Second point is that in Varnashram system, there is a system of atonement. If one do something wrong, sinful activity, then by prayaschit, by atonement, he can remove his sinful effect. If one is undergo the process of atonement, then he will be free from all type of sinful reactions. There are many various type of atonement explained in Vedic scriptures. So one can utilize these things to free from their sinful activities, like bathing in Ganges river, Ganga Isnan. So in India, all the people follow this, but in Bhagavatam it is explained that after doing various type of atonement, still one is not free from the sinful desire. That's why gradually he again accumulate all type of sinful reactions, and no way is there to actually remove this sinful desires, this papa pravrti, this desire to do sinful activities will be removed only by devotional service, only by bhakti. We can remove this sinful desire from the heart. So that is the best process of atonement. Best atonement is to do bhakti, devotional service for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By chanting holy name of the Lord, by doing various type of services, we can remove all type of sinful inclinations from core of the heart of ourselves. So, in this purport, Prabhupada is saying that we should do atonement. If because sinful activities is very common, especially in these days, we can, if we try our best, still there are some type of sinful activities. We cannot save ourselves from these. So we should be ready to do atonement. If we have done something wrong, then feel we should feel uh, we should be feel sorry for that. Like if we do something bad, we say that I am sorry. So we should be sorry for that, and we should accept all type of suffering for that activity. Should ready to accept all type of suffering for that. That is called proper atonement. In Bhagavatam, prayer of Lord Brahma, he said that one should live in such a way that he is ready to accept all type of sinful reactions which is caused by his own sinful work, and still he should engage himself in devotional service by body, mind and intelligence. Hridavak vapurvir vidhan namaste. If we spend our time, we pass our life in such a way that we accept all type of suffering, understanding that it's by our own work, our own actions is coming in form of various type of suffering, and we should patiently uh, able to patiently we should take these reactions, and still it's not that after taking various type of suffering we create more and more new actions which will cause more and more suffering. We should patiently handle them and try not to react in such a way that it will cause more and more suffering in future. We should patiently tolerate these reactions which is caused by our own sinful activities in past life or in this life previously. Now we should engage ourselves totally in devotional service, simultaneously accepting all type of suffering of previous work. And now we should engage with our body, mind and intelligence. Hirdvak vapurbhi. With body, with our speech, with our mind, we should engage in devotional service. Then what will happen? Jivet yo mukti pade sadaya bhag. If we live in such a way, then the mukti pad means Lord, abode of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. Krishna is actually mukti pad. So we will be rightful honor of Vaikuntha. We will able to go the supreme abode of Lord by this way. So in Prabhupada is explaining about atonement and following the disciplic succession. We should speak according to the scriptures. We should take guidance from the devotees who is actually following the scriptures, or who is speaking whatever is written in scripture by Krishna as it is. That's why Prabhupada write this name of Bhagavad Gita as it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is. We should not mix our feeling, our thinking in the Bhagavad Gita. We should take as it is, which is given by Lord Krishna. So we will stop here. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai. Jai. So if any question you can ask. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah. No question. So we will recite one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra and stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Shri Prabhupada की
Jai.
मस्त अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेम।